Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queen and you're watching Queenvarietieschannel. Variety is the spice of life, isn't it? Yes, I believe that a combination of various varieties bring about a uniqueness and deliciousness of life. On today's menu, I'll be serving you a perfect egg roll recipe. Are you ready? Let's dive into it. On my work surface, you can see I have lined all the ingredients that is required for this pastry preparation. Here I've got 2 cups of flour, so I'm going to use 4 cups of flour for this recipe. I'll just start by sifting it. So this is extra 2 cups of flour. Next, I'm going to introduce sugar. I have here 6 tablespoons of sugar. Over here is a combination of nutmeg, baking powder, and salt. All ingredients are listed in the description section. Please check it out. This is the reason why it is very important for you to sift. You can see those rocky type of substances. You don't need it in your pastry. The top of my spatula now, we are going to mix, and combine so that every ingredient added here we have an even distribution. Alright, my beautiful people, so the mixing process is now done. Okay, so the next ingredient I'm going to add now is the butter. You can see I am using a soft butter, 100 grams of butter. You can also use margarine as substitute. With the help of my hands now, I'm going to combine everything till I get that crumbly like texture. What I'm going to do now is to create a hole in the middle of my bowl. In here I've got 2 eggs. Yeah, so I'm going to head to cracking 2 eggs here. I'm going to drop it in here. Make sure everything is at room temperature. It's extremely very important. Sorry about my hands, I'm going to hide it from you. Okay, so at the same time I have here some almond flavor. I'm going to add a combination of almond flavor and vanilla flavor. So feel free to use any flavor of your choice. So I just added about half teaspoon of almond flavor, add half teaspoon of vanilla flavor. Mix until every egg mixture is combined here. Have here half cup of milk. The milk is also at room temperature. Begin to add it gradually. A perfect dough is formed. Alright, the dough is perfectly formed. I'll drop it on my work surface here and knead it just for like 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can see the type of texture of dough we are having. The dough is soft, not too hard. So we're going to place it back into this bowl. Just allow it to rest here for like 5 to 10 minutes before I start working with it. These are 12 medium hard-boiled eggs. This type of egg sizes is like aqua gas. I think the camera is boosting the size. If I take it this way, you can see the size. This egg here is super tasty. Those days, you know, in Aba, when I'm coming back from my secondary school, going back to Port Harcourt, and you come out in Aba main park. Hey, my people, oh my goodness, I used to do justice to aqua gas. It's not difficult to boil eggs. If you don't know how to boil eggs, just put a good quantity of water inside your pot, put in your eggs, and make sure the water is above the egg. Boil it for 10 to 15 minutes, and that is it. The dough is now completely rested. I'll divide this dough into 2 segments. Here I've got the half section. Each of the dough will be divided into 6 portions. That way you will have 12 equal sized egg rolls. I'm going to divide each of the dough here into 6 portions. I'm going to start working with one part at a time. Then the other ones, I'll put them inside the bowl here and cover it just to prevent it from drying up. I'll use my hands and flatten it a bit. If it is sticky, you can just use some flour and touch your hands, or you can rub flour on your surface. Use your hands and make kind of deep hole here so that the egg will sit in. Something of this nature is not difficult. If you don't want your dough to be big in size, you just can flatten it a bit more flatter. But I'm going for an egg roll that I want the dough to be a bit big inside it. So this size here is okay for me. Then you take one egg. I like to roll the egg sometimes in the flour just to make sure that the egg will be very dry. And then you place it at the center point of the dough. So with the help of your hands, you're going to start pushing in the eggs and then pushing the dough towards the egg. Okay? See that? Just keep wrapping the dough across the egg. So as you keep rolling, use your finger in a kind of circle shape like this and then roll. So that the egg is completely inside the dough. Excess dough, you're going to use your finger and tear it out. Please make sure you seal completely, super completely. So with your hands, you're going to rotate it like a football. So put it on your surface like this and then rotate it. At this point in time, you can see we have a perfect circle, super sealed. Taking my time to roll out all the egg rolls. I have 12 of them all here. Going over to the frying process because the oil now has preheated completely. We are going to fry it, okay? Prevent the doughs from drying up. I'm going to use my towel here to cover it up while I start frying with this plate. I'm going ahead to check if the oil is hot enough. I'll throw in a little dough portion here to just see it. It is bubbling, but it's not bubbling too much. You don't want your oil to be boiling like hot water. So the oil heat temperature is ready. You can see that. So we'll start frying right now. Make sure you don't overcrowd the oil. The pot I'm using is big. So I'm going to drop in 6 of the egg rolls here and allow it to fry gradually. Then make sure you rotate it continuously to avoid one area from being too browned than the other. So for those of you who would like to know, my cooker settings is between 0 to number 9. And right now I am frying this on number 5 heat. If oil goes too high, I'll reduce to number 4. If it goes too low, I'll come back to 5. Alright, my beautiful people, I am 3 minutes into the frying process now. So you can see the appearance I am having. Oh, it looks so beautiful and it smells so good. Don't worry about the cracks there. It has not busted open. It's just a crack. It's normal with egg rolls. So that gorgeous egg roll crack makes it crispy on the outside and super delicious on the inside. Okay guys, so it's exactly 5 to 6 minutes or thereabouts, and I'm going to set them out because you can see they are now looking crispy fried. At the same time, I'm going to be setting them on top of my paper towel here. That is my kitchen tissue papers. That's our gorgeous egg roll crack, looking so yummy. Okay, so I'll be frying the rest off camera and then I will come back to you once the frying process is done. So you're going to leave it in the paper towel there to, remove excess oil. Okay guys, so the frying process is completed. That is how gorgeously beautiful our egg rolls are looking. You can see that clearly. Beautifully fried. Let me bring it closer. Yes, so this is what we have here. See how crispy it is outside, crunchy outside, and I tell you, inside is so moist. What I'm going to do right now is to slice into it so that you can see what we have in the internal area. So I'll set this aside here. Just friends, so here we're going to draw the curtain for today's recipe. Thank you so much for spending time with me. You can see how crispy, crunchy the outcome of our tasty and delicious egg roll turned out. Okay, so please share my video with your friends and loved ones. Like and subscribe to my channel. Until I come your way next time, remember, variety is the spice spice of life. Bye for now.